They say marriage is hard, but have you tried having a podcast?
Oh.
Have you tried having a podcast?
So much harder.
So much harder. We fight. We never fought before. We fight.
We fight.
I clip. I stay up. You think
being pregnant is tough?
Oh, you think having a baby? Oh, you have to wake up in the middle of the night to breastfeed it. I'm clipping. My fingers hurt.
And sometimes CapCut is glitching.
Yeah, sometimes CapCut glitching.
And then I have to restart it.
And you have to restart it. And sometimes I don't have enough storage on my laptop.
Well, yeah.
And I have to I have 2 hard drives, and I'm putting some stuff on some hard drives and then on other, but then I can't remember which hard drive I put the footage on. And then sometimes I get confused on what episode it is. And then sometimes I also don't know if I should clip the part where we should talk our coworkers or if I should keep it in because it would get clicks.
Yeah. But also, to be fair, my God, your laptop doesn't look like you've deleted anything off of it.
Yeah.
Can we show people what your...
No, I'll put a screenshot in.
All right, because it's bad. I don't even know how you see anything on there.
Sometimes, yeah, it's bad. It is bad.
Yeah. Welcome back to No Thanks, We're Good. I'm Chris Barnes.
I'm Caroline Banowitz, and today we have Peyton. Peyton with an A.
Yeah.
Yay. She's not on mic and she's not on camera, but she's really
there
sweet.
In spirit.
And she set this whole thing up. So shout out.
Unfortunately, Genevieve was embezzling money from both of us.
And she had
to be let go.
She had to be let go.
No, she's just away.
In Florida.
She's in Florida.
So anything you want to talk about before I tell you what I've prepared?
No, let's go right into it.
Okay, so it was Thursday night.
Okay.
We had gone to a party. I was at home. I was in bed by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I was in bed by 10 p.m.
Good for you.
And I was scrolling my phone. And I came across this amazing TikTok where this girl was like, has anyone seen the show Perfect Crime off Broadway? I was scammed. She shows the auditorium. Girl, there is maybe 10 people in there.
Okay, so...
It's like a 200-seater.
So this girl's bought tickets to an off-Broadway play. She shows up to the play. Is it a play?
No, it's a play. The show happened.
Okay.
I read the comments. The comments are like, girl, I was tricked by this play 15 years ago. Can't believe it's still running. Someone says, listen to the Reply All episode on it. Now, Reply All is a podcast that's not running anymore, but it's so good. I highly recommend it. And I listened to the podcast. Okay, it's incredible. This play has been running for 40 years off Broadway.
Okay.
It's a murder mystery. It starts with a guy in an office. A girl walks in, shoots him.
Okay, great opening.
The same actress has been playing it for 40 years. She's only missed 4 days.
Okay, so the same actress has been in the lead position
for
of this
40 years.
off-Broadway play for 40 years.
And she's only missed 4 days of work.
Okay.
She worked on her wedding day.
Oh my God.
She worked on her wedding day. They only skipped 9/11 because they were off that day, but the next day she was there.
Okay.
She did the show the day her mother died. She's devoted.
Is it a good show?
No.
Okay.
The show has lower ratings on Yelp than Rikers Island.
Okay. All right.
No, here's where I get kind of obsessed with it. So when you leave the theater, they give you a 17-point pamphlet to help explain the plot.
Okay, so you have to read some literature to understand the play. How long is the play?
I believe I'm sure it's just like a normal play, maybe 90 minutes to 2 hours.
How many actors are in it? It's just the woman and the guy?
I think it's 3 or 4.
Okay, so it's so bad that they needed to write a whole side thing to explain it.
Yeah.
And is it so how is it still in business?
Well, here's the best part of the whole thing is the woman who's been in the role for 40 years.
Yeah.
She runs the theater. She gives you your tickets.
She owns the theater.
She gives you your
she's
tickets.
the ticket taker.
Yeah, when
and
you
she
get
pats
there.
you down before you go in.
Yeah, she checks your bags.
And at intermission, she's behind the concession stand selling Skittles.
Yes.
Okay, so
isn't that awesome?
She's basically just running a play out of her home.
No, it's
she
awesome.
She probably lives in the theater.
No, it's so great.
Okay, so she just runs it on her own.
Yeah, she
That's
has
honestly the
12-hour work days. She has literally 12-hour work days. She has to wake up in the morning, do press. She works really hard.
Caroline, this could be inspiration for you. I know you have dreams of being on Broadway, but have you ever thought about maybe just owning your own theater and then
I feel like that's harder than getting on Broadway, but maybe
but it's
not.
kind of fun. Does she pretend to be someone else when she's a ticket taker?
Yeah, she's like, oh, hello.
She's like, welcome. She puts on a fake mustache. Welcome to the theater. And
Isn't that so awesome? I want to say her name, though, because I feel like at the very least I should say her name.
I bet it's Martha.
Catherine Russell.
Okay. Yeah, good
40
for her.
years.
She's grinding.
Never taken a sick day.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Good for her. So why is it bad?
She only missed 4 shows because she wanted to attend her brother's wedding, I guess.
Should we go?
No,
Should we
apparently
go?
like the play itself is bad.
Okay.
No, I do think we should go.
We
I
should
do think
go.
we should go, but I felt like this could be like a saga.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try to go to this thing.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
I would love to go.
Yeah.
This woman just running around.
The only problem-
if someone vomits in the theater, she has to go get a bucket. She has to stop the performance and get a bucket
If
and clean
someone's
it up with
recording,
sawdust.
she has to like.
Yeah, she has to be like, hey, stop.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Which you know, famously Patti LuPone did.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's super iconic. Like I'm so obsessed with her.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
And like in the podcast I listened to, they interview her and they were like, "Have you ever thought about like doing a different play?" And she was like, "Why would I do that?"
Is she also like on Times Square, like trying
Passing
to get
out the-
passing out pamphlets?
Yeah.
I love that though. That's a go-getter. We lack that.
No, it's awesome.
We lack that in our society. No one wants to work anymore.
The thing is that I do think like people are working smart and not hard anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's hard as someone who like, I fear that I might be a hard worker, not a smart worker.
Mm-hmm.
And you see other people who are working smarter and like enjoying their life, and you're like, wait, why would I do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would I want to be successful and enjoy my life?
No, life isn't about enjoying it.
No, it's
Life's
not.
about getting brand deals
And like complaining, yeah.
and complaining and
Yeah.
shit talking people that you love.
And shit talking people that you love, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
So-
Another thing I want to talk to you about is things in your childhood that totally traumatized you that like you maybe don't think about very often.
Okay.
Do you have one?
I have a few.
Okay, go for it.
I feel like I had a very good childhood, but also there were just little. Every year there was one like traumatizing thing to happen. I have 2 things.
2 things.
Okay. The first one was about my mom. One time we were over at my cousin's house and she was, I guess, helping my aunt reupholster furniture herself.
That's so your mom.
She was like putting new fabric on a chair.
Yeah.
With a little tack hammer and little nails. And I went upstairs and I witnessed her put a nail through her thumb.
Oh God.
And then she put it through her thumb.
Ugh.
And then she pulled it out with her
Oh,
own teeth.
your mom. That's so your mom.
And then
Everything about that's
she
so
just,
your mom.
Then she just wrapped it up and we never talked about it ever again.
And there was like blood. Was it through the fingernail?
Yeah, it was right through the fingernail.
Ugh.
And it
Okay.
healed, but that was aggressive.
That's also like not the only person in your family who's like
Yeah.
messed up their fingers.
Yeah. There's been a few medical incidents, but my
Okay,
brother got hit
How
by
about like a
car.
movie or television or?
Oh, like a show?
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Tell me your other one.
All right, I'll tell you.
Mine's a movie. Mine's a
yours
movie.
Are you just watched something you got traumatized?
Yeah,
No, I
this is-
lived it.
Oh, okay.
So another traumatizing thing was, believe it or not, when I was a kid, I used to play football. Yeah, I was a football. So I was playing football at like.
You would think that you'd play basketball, but I've seen your jump shot.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's really bad.
It's really bad. I can barely when I dribble. I'm very not confident about how it looks.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not sure if I'm dribbling.
I don't. Yeah, I'm like, is
I'm
this?
not, and every time the basketball comes back, you're surprised.
I don't like basketball's not my thing.
Yeah,
I just
it's not.
don't. I can do a good
It's just
rebound.
crazy because you're so tall. Like that's all you
I
have to do is put
know.
your hands up.
But like, I just never. I didn't have. You know, you had a basketball hoop in your driveway.
I did have a
We
basketball
had a
hoop in my-
slanted driveway, so we couldn't do that. So that just ruined me.
Yeah, totally.
But okay, so I played football. I played football like way too young. I played from like first grade to like almost high school. We should not have been slamming into each other in first grade. Like
No,
full
it's actually
contact.
so crazy.
And a few times.
And in Texas, like football is
Yeah.
like such a big deal.
I mean,
And
I got
it's like
knocked
actually
out.
crazy.
I didn't get knocked out, but I got hit pretty hard. Where I was like, and everyone's like, "Yeah, you're good. Just take a lap." And meanwhile, my brain is swelling, and
Yeah,
I'm like
totally.
losing the ability to have motor functions when I'm, 70.
Yeah.
But we were playing football. It was a night game. I was the center, so I snapped the football. Very
Cool.
big role. My biggest role as center was, and they made a big deal out of this, I had to call the huddle. So every time the play was over, I had to go randomly somewhere on the field and go, huddle! I had to put my, and they made a big, it's so stupid. We could have just all, just got in the huddle, But
Why did you have to put your hand up like
they-
Black Power?
I remember, I had to,
Why'd you Black Power it?
huddle! I had to do that.
They knew what they were doing because you do have like a booming voice.
Yeah. So I would call the huddle, and we're like 3 or 4 plays into this game. I don't know how it's going. When I played football, I barely knew what was happening. I
Yeah.
would snap the ball, people would fall around me, whatever. One time at night, I call huddle.
How can you snap the ball when you can barely touch your toes?
I can touch my toe. We did this. I
Okay,
touched my
keep going,
toes in
keep
this
going, keep going,
podcast.
keep going.
Remember episode 1?
Yeah.
I touched my toes in front of everyone.
And at this point, I would call back and play that clip from episode 1, but I won't be doing that because I'm editing it, and
yeah.
I'm trying to work smarter, not harder.
And that file is long gone.
And that file's long gone. We can't find it. I don't know what hard drive it's on.
It's completely gone.
Yeah.
You're more easy to find the Epstein files than that first episode of our podcast.
So
it's
true.
gone.
It's gone.
So I call huddle, and all of a sudden, behind me is a police officer on the field behind me. And he goes, all right, everyone relax. He's on the field. All of us turn around. We're like, what the hell? And he goes, all right, everyone relax. All right, we have an active shooter situation.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, what? So, but by the way, this cop walks onto the football field. He doesn't go to the sidelines where the adults are. He walks onto the field where the children are, and he goes, there's just a man with a gun a few blocks away. Everyone relax, as if we knew this information. And then I had to, so then my coach is like, what's going on? So I had to run to the sidelines and be like, hey.
You said huddle.
I said, huddle. The cop said, everyone relax. There's a man with a gun. And I was like, what? But so I had to run to the sidelines. And my coach was like, what is that? What is he saying? What's going on? And I was like, he said there's a man with a gun. And they were like, what? So we had to evacuate the field because apparently 2 blocks away, there was a man who was a little in his head, and there was construction happening across the street from him late at night, which apparently is illegal. And he got very frustrated and took out a sniper rifle and started shooting a sniper rifle at the construction workers.
Oh, my God.
So this happened 2 blocks away from the game.
Can you blame him?
I can't blame him.
Can you
In fact,
blame
many
him?
times I've wanted to do that.
Yeah, can you blame him?
Just to people in my neighborhood.
I didn't know it was illegal to do construction late at night.
Well, it wasn't. I don't know if it was late. It was like the fall.
should
So
be.
the sun set early in the fall. So it had to be like 5, 6 p.m., right?
Oh.
So
I wouldn't
not
call
that
that
late.
late
But
at
anyway,
night,
he
yeah.
went a little crazy, fired a sniper rifle. We've all been there.
Yeah.
And we had to evacuate the field, and they just kept being like, we had to be huddled in the corner of the field. They evacuated the field. The police officer could not be less chill. He just kept yelling, listen, there's a man with a sniper rifle.
He's holding the gun like...
Yeah, he's like, he has his gun out. He's like, listen,
He's
it looks a lot
twirling
like
it.
this.
Yeah.
You want to hear what it sounds like? And then...
Here, put it in your mouth.
Yeah, here, kid. That actually reminds me of something that happened in health class. We could talk about that in a little bit.
Okay,
but yeah, that traumatized me almost like getting... I guess I wasn't almost shot, but it was very... The game was canceled, by the way. We were 4 plays in.
Oh, they didn't make you finish it
No,
up?
they were like, this is
What
too
did
dangerous.
the parents like?
The parents were actually more chaotic than the children. We all kind of thought it was
trying to
cool.
grab their kids, or were they like?
Yeah, they were like,
their
oh
kids?
my! Always remember like some of the moms were like, oh my God, like screaming, and they would like grab their kid. And some of them would just like straight up just brought them home. Like we were supposed to like wait. Like I guess I don't know what would happen. Would we just wait till they'd be like, all right, don't worry, they shot him. All right.
Yeah.
Go back in.
Parents at a sports game.
Yeah.
They can totally change the dynamic of the game.
They can ruin
active
it.
shooter or no active shooter.
Yes.
Like there's some people who like are sweet as pie.
Mm-hmm. They bring snacks.
They bring snacks, but
Yeah.
then the game starts and the way they're yelling at the children.
Yeah.
It's actually so crazy.
It's aggressive.
And sometimes like their kids aren't even good at
No,
the
they're
sport.
not. Hey, most of the time, they're not.
And the way they're screaming.
The loudest parents, the
Their
louder
kids are the worst,
the
yeah.
louder your parents are at your peewee whatever sports team, the more you suck.
Yeah.
Okay? We had a dad in my hometown who got thrown out of attending multiple leagues. CYO basketball.
Iconic.
He actually at one point he tried to start his own league.
That's awesome.
Because he thought that the town's sports leagues were being discriminatory to his son. And there, by the way, he was just a white kid. There was no...
He was just like bad.
He just sucked.
Well, all I need to know is that he was white. Kids know he was bad.
Yeah.
Um.
Anyway, but you're right. Parents at a sporting event, the louder you are, probably the more your kid sucks. 'Cause
Yeah.
if your kid's good, you're just like, see this?
Well, it's also like sometimes like even if your kid is good and
Yeah.
maybe you're not yelling, but after the game, like you give them like a rundown of how they did and you're like hard on your kids. It's like, chill. Like sometimes it's like your kids.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this. Your kid's not going to play college ball.
No,
I hate to tell you.
they're not.
I don't know who needs to tell you, but your kid's not playing college ball.
Were your
You're not you're gonna have to pay for college.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay for college.
And that, I guess, if you're a parent on the sideline, having that realization of that
That you're
monetary
gonna have to pay for
financial
college.
burden that just slowed, like, oh boy.
Yeah.
You just see him airball a jump shot.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. Were your parents? Were they? How did they treat your sports?
No, my parents like yelled a lot. We honestly like talked shit about a lot of other kids on my team because their parents were being too crazy.
That's fun.
But you know, my parents.
Good way to bond with your kid, by the way.
Yeah, amazing way to bond with your kid. Talking shit about like the other parents and the kids. A million percent.
I will never forget my dad when I played basketball and I sucked at it. My dad used to have nicknames for all the other kids that suck. He'd be like, yeah, when they gave the ball to Cement Feet.
Okay, wait, that's the thing. Is my dad had like nicknames, like if a kid, like he would like missay the people's names.
Okay,
like
mispronounce them,
and this isn't like they didn't have like foreign names. Like these were normal names. He was just like making fun of names, like for fun. Like these were totally normal names. Okay, and he was not that foreign names aren't normal.
Wow, Caroline, clip that, cancel her.
Not that
clip
they're
that,
not,
cancel her.
But like these are like your average. Like Johnson, okay?
Yeah.
And he would missay their names, like, because he thought it was funny. But, like, my dad, like, what he's unable to do is change his behavior in public. So he would, like, say it to their face.
Oh, so he would just call them the wrong name?
Or, like, if we were, like, carpooling and my dad was driving that day, he would, like, just be like saying the name wrong
with the kid in the car.
Yeah, with them in the car. Yeah,
it's such a dad thing to do.
I know.
Just get the name wrong completely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about my traumatizing thing. What about you?
Well, mine's a movie.
Okay.
But I do want to say about this just leads into a story that I was thinking about was when my grandma died. She died at my house, and I had a basketball game that day, which I don't know why my mom told me to go to the basketball game because I was obviously.
Maybe
emotionally.
take your minds off thing, you know.
Yeah, so she was like, I don't want to miss your basketball game.
Yeah.
So we warm up. I'm like not doing well. Like I'm like near tears because she was just like not really there, and like my mom kind of called it that like this was gonna be the day.
Yeah.
So I do the jump ball because I'm the tallest.
You're
and have
huge.
The
well,
best
huge.
vertical.
You're
Reframe that. Try that again.
Sorry. You are long.
Let's try again.
You are supermodel height.
Okay.
That's not bad. What would you say if you had to?
Peyton's not on mic. She's gonna have to yell.
I know she's not on mic, but
you have to yell so we can hear it.
Tall. What did I say initially?
Huge. You said I was huge.
You are. You're very. You're a tall drink of water. People used to say that to me. Anyway, continue.
Anyways, so my grandma died, and and I'm about to do the jump ball, right?
Okay.
And my coach goes, Caroline. He had a thick accent.
He was like, Caroline. No, he said Carolyn.
No, he said Caroline.
Okay. Caroline. Come on over here.
Come over here. And he looks me in the eye, girl, and he says, Grandma didn't make it. Like, to a T, that's what he said. Grandma didn't make it.
Grandma didn't make it.
So I start crying.
Okay.
My team come over and comforts me. By the way, the other team's just standing there ready to play.
So wait, this is before the jump ball.
This is like actually we're about to start playing.
You're like this.
Yeah.
And then they go, hey, time out.
He said, huddle.
Hey, coach, time out. Caroline, get over here.
He's like, Caroline.
Hand on your shoulder.
Grandma didn't make it.
Grandma did not make it.
Well, I'm huge, so it's more like hand on my shoulder.
Caroline, can you hear me?
All the way up there?
All the way up here. Gets a megaphone. Caroline.
He stands on the chair.
Grandma didn't make it. Okay.
And then my friend's mom graciously.
What was that?
Graciously.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say her last name or something. Grace Ashley.
No, I just couldn't figure out how to say that word for a second.
Okay.
Drove me home. So
now, if I were your coach, this is what I would have done differently.
Yeah.
I would have used your grandmother's death
to motivate
you.
Yeah, totally.
I'm like, hey, Caroline, get over here. Why don't you make some threes for grandma up in heaven?
Yeah.
Right? She's watching.
And maybe if you play a good game, God will let grandma live.
maybe God will bring grandma back.
Maybe God will bring grandma back.
If you learn to fucking get a rebound.
Yeah.
All right.
And maybe she got sick because you weren't dedicated to the game.
Because you couldn't Because you can't do man-on-man defense.
Because you can't do man-on-man defense.
Okay. All right,
now let's
Caroline.
start boxing out and get some more rebounds
All
out
right.
there.
Get on out there, sport.
So the thing that traumatized me.
Yeah.
Is
Wait, that
that-
wasn't it?
That just reminded me of that story. I mean, that was like a traumatizing story, I guess.
Pretty traumatizing.
But what was traumatizing was my grandma dying in our house.
That is traumatizing.
And having to watch my grandma die. And that's just like
tough.
in retrospect.
Yeah.
Why did he say it like that? Like, if they weren't gonna let me play, why didn't he pull me out in the hallway where I wasn't like in front of everyone?
So this is in front of everyone.
This
So
is
you
like-
started crying
And
in
like
front
the
of
thing
everyone?
about sports is it low key is a theater. Like it low
It is
key
a
is
theater.
theater. Like everyone's in the stands.
That's right.
What he should have done is he should have pulled me into the hallway and he should have been like, "Hey, Caroline, I'm really sorry to tell you that your grandma has passed away.
Oh.
Whatever is going to take you, she's right here. She's gonna drive you home.
Yeah. Also,
We love you so much." But like, grandma didn't make it, and he said it like basically on the court. Like it's
the announcer had to. Did
The
they
announcer, yeah.
Did they had to sub you? Did they do the like and then
yeah.
So grandma died. Going in is Rebecca.
Rebecca's gonna go in because grandma died.
Grandma died.
So Caroline will be running home.
On the scoreboard, it has like for some reason has
Sad face.
one thing that says grandma deaths, and then it goes ding one. Sorry.
Exactly. No, that wasn't really traumatizing. The grandma dying part was traumatizing.
Yeah.
But,
R.I.P. By
this
the way.
1996 movie. R.I.P.
This podcast is dedicated to her.
This podcast is gonna be
Yeah.
dedicated.
Yeah.
To my Grammy.
Yeah.
So
Subscriber from heaven.
yeah, subscriber
Sorry,
from heaven.
That's too far.
Subscribe it from heaven.
Okay.
I sometimes think about, how they're like your loved ones are looking down from you from heaven.
Yeah, I think
The
about
only
that too.
times I ever think about that is when I'm clogging a toilet. When I'm clogging a toilet, that's the only time I ever think about my loved ones looking down from me. From
They're all
heaven.
just watching like, oh my God, what did she do in there?
Yeah.
Jesus
I never think
Christ.
about it when I'm like on stage or like when
Yeah.
I like hit a milestone or when I'm, you know what I mean? Like I think about it when I'm clogging a toilet. That's
Yeah.
the only time I think about it.
That's actually really interesting. I think, and we kind of talked about how we don't want to talk about religion in this podcast, but this is very fun. When you go to heaven, do you think that there's just like a room where you get to just like look down and like watch everyone for what
Yeah.
they're doing?
God, that sucks.
That's fun though.
It is fun because it's like actually reality TV, completely
Yeah.
unfiltered.
God, just
Like
watching.
it is actually reality TV.
You just think of all your ancestors just like in heaven, like, oh my God. Ugh. Just,
Yeah.
What did you eat, girl? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Or they're like, no, like why did you marry him?
Yeah.
You should have gone with Aiden.
These are my ancestors all the time.
My ancestors watching
Yeah.
my stand-up set. She's such a hack.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
She's such a hack.
And he goes, what? He goes, watch my grandson's stand-up set.
Yeah.
It's bombing.
Okay.
Traumatizing. So we have identified that your grandmother passing and the basketball game thing, not the most traumatizing thing.
Okay, I don't know if it's the most traumatizing, but it's something that stuck with me. This
Okay.
1996 movie, it's called The Christmas Toy.
Okay. Never heard
Now, I hate to repeat themes, but I didn't realize this, but apparently Kermit is the narrator and it's from Jim Henson's studio. Now,
Okay.
it's kind of like Toy Story. Like, I almost think Toy Story ran with its plot because at one point there's a new toy, which is like this witch or something, and she thinks that she's like actually like, you know how when they open Buzz Lightyear, he like actually
it.
thinks
He thinks
that
he's a toy, or he thinks he's Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
Thinks he's a spaceman.
this toy thinks the same thing, and this movie came out first.
Okay.
Now, the plot of this movie traumatized me, okay?
Okay.
The plot of this movie is that the toys come alive when the humans aren't around.
Okay.
But if the human comes back and you've moved, you're frozen forever.
So you just become an inanimate object.
Yeah. So all the toys
So it's Toy Story, but with a more
where they can die.
crazier
Where they can die. They can
plot
die.
point that they can die.
They can die.
Yeah.
So like Toy Story made me feel bad for not playing with my toys.
Yeah.
This
By the way, generations of hoarders because of that movie.
Yeah, a
Generations of
1,000,000%.
hoarders.
1,000,000%. But this movie made it to the point where like I actually like can't even go into my room because I want to give my toys privacy, because if I catch them,
So you like announce
They die.
before you go into your bedroom, you like knock
I knock on the door.
and then you walk
I'm
in.
coming in. So basically, there's like a new toy every Christmas. Okay. This tiger was the new toy last Christmas, and the toy that the girl gets for Christmas every year is her favorite toy. So now she's going to get this new toy, which is like the witch or whatever.
Yeah.
And the tiger is like, no, girl, I want to be the new toy. So the tiger is going to wrap itself up and put itself under the tree. But if the tiger does that, it's moved and it'll be frozen forever.
Okay.
So the tiger is leaving the playpen or whatever, the kid's room.
Yeah.
And the toy from last year, who is very gracious, is like, no, tiger, you'll be frozen, even though that toy was replaced by the tiger. So then that toy does this whole mission to get the tiger away from underneath the tree. That toy gets found out and is frozen.
So the toy that tried to save the tiger gets frozen?
Frozen.
What happens to the tiger?
The tiger isn't frozen, realizes that what the other toy did for him, and then he like sings it a song of love and the toy comes back to life, so everything's fine.
Okay.
But
nice.
I just like don't think it was actually so traumatizing.
I've never heard of this movie. Is it like banned
let me
or
show
something?
you a picture.
Oh, that's not. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
No. That's like toys from like ugh.
No, it was girl, it
toys
was
from like the 70s.
traumatizing.
Oh my god.
It was traumatizing.
That's what the girl looked like? The little Muppet
Oh
thing?
my god, it was so traumatizing. The Christmas toy. It's horrifying.
Jesus Christ. No.
It's horrifying.
That's an immediate no. That came out in 1996.
Yeah.
It looks like a movie from 1973.
No, it's
like,
crazy. It's so scary.
Wow. Wow, so Toy Story just stole that plot and was like, yeah, let's make this but actually good.
Yeah, let's make this but better.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, and you watched that one time it traumatized you?
Well, it would be on sometimes as a kid, and I just like it made me
Wow, I've
so
never
sad.
even heard of this
made me
movie.
so sad.
We used to watch, and this is what you watched during Christmas?
Yeah, it's horrifying. Why? I just want to say something about kids media. I just want to say something to Pixar.
Sure.
First of all, we know what you're doing with the fat asses. Okay, we're not idiots. But second thing I want to say, can we stop making kids movies so sad?
Yeah. Well,
why
that's
are
like,
we making kids movies so sad?
That's the Pixar plot. The Pixar plot is, okay.
Have you seen Soul? He dies in
Yeah,
Soul.
no, but that's the thing. In Pixar plots are, all right, let's have a fun movie about something. And then they go, all right, but who gets murdered within the first 3 seconds? Or who dies of something?
No,
Like, that's like, they have to figure that out before anything else. They go, who's dying?
They are
and then they write the
fucked
movie.
up in the head. The Pixar engineers are fucked up in the head.
And then they're like,
because why do they think this is normal?
I mean,
Like, this is not normal.
it isn't normal.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they could just make a kids movie without any death.
Also,
I guess
like,
it's good though because it teaches kids that people die, but it also is like a
no,
little too early.
It's too early.
Every movie. All right, let's recap every movie. The only movie that someone didn't die was Toy Story. That one, no one died. But Nemo.
No, Toy Story is really emotionally traumatizing.
It is emotional traumatizing, but Toy Story.
Nemo the mom dies.
Nemo mom dies. Up the grandma dies or the wife dies. Incredible. I mean, Incredibles. I don't know. Somebody's dying in that.
Oh wait, The Incredibles is kind of
Maybe
fine.
not. Yeah, people.
Oh wait, no, all of those superheroes died.
But yeah,
in
all the
Incredibles.
superheroes get killed.
Yeah, that was
But that's a
sad.
little bit later in the movie, but it's fine.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Sorry. Yeah, if you haven't seen The Incredibles, sorry. No, people are and it's outside of Pixar too. It's most Disney movies. Like Bambi, they shoot that deer, blood
Yeah, it's
spatters
like
on the
so
camera.
sad. Like,
Yeah.
let's just have like a fun freaking movie.
Yeah. Yeah, well, whatever.
Whatever.
That's life.
The Muppets, like, no one dies in the Muppets.
Well, yeah, but also apparently the Muppets are making creepy movies like that and causing 9/11. Remember?
That is true. They did cause 9/11.
Yeah. All right.
That was 2 episodes ago.
That was
If you
2
guys need to
episodes
go back
ago.
and learn about that.
So I don't know if you saw this, but did you see that Hooters declared bankruptcy?
Which is crazy because they recently made their shorts even more micro. Like,
Yeah.
you'd think that business would be booming.
So like I mean, I think I know why they're going out of business.
Why?
Because I think men today just can't be around like
Hot women?
They can't handle it. Back in the day, like in the 90s, used to go like, "Oh wow, look at that, look at those jugs." But now you can't like.
Yeah, men used to be so much better at sexual harassment.
Yeah,
They used to be so good at it. And
they
I
don't even
know,
look you in the eye anymore.
I think it's yeah, I don't know.
They can't handle it.
What do you think made them not able to do that anymore?
I don't know. I think the vaping, maybe the internet. I'm not really sure, but men's minds today are fried.
Yeah, I just feel like I haven't been called toots in a while.
Yeah, no toots. Has anyone just randomly slapped you on the ass at any point?
Not recently.
No.
And it's kind of like we're losing ourselves as a society.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that we were supposed to be like, where have we gone? Where are
Yeah.
our priorities?
I don't know, but yeah, I just think that Hooters is the business model. They need to change it. They do. The new Hooters might just need to be a restaurant where there's like women wearing sweaters that are just really nice to you, kind of like a coworker type thing.
Oh,
You know what I
I
mean?
see.
It's
yeah.
not like overtly sexual. It's just kind of like flirty, and they make
I
you feel
see.
good.
Yeah.
They compliment you.
Like a girl next door kind of situation.
Yeah, so like the new Hooters needs to be like just nice girls that make men feel good.
in like slightly too tight outfits.
Slightly,
But
not really.
Still wouldn't
Yeah.
get dress coded at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. I see that.
You know, just like women that can like
That
talk,
will touch your shoulder. Like actually nothing sexual at all. They'll just touch your shoulder while they talk to you.
and then they go, yeah, they touch your shoulder, and maybe they'll like slightly bump into you. You go, oh my god, sorry. Like maybe they're a little like,
Yeah, my bad.
oh, I messed up your order.
That's like
Sorry.
so silly.
Oh my god.
What if Hooters offered like vegan? Like maybe too many men are vegans, so they can't come in. I was just thinking for the menu. Like maybe people aren't going there because more people are vegan.
Oh, for like instead of wings.
Yeah, well maybe they could have a vegan wing, a cauliflower.
I'm trying to think what would be a good food option for new Hooters. Soups.
Oh, okay, soups. Yeah.
Yeah, just Hooters, but they have soup now.
Yeah, that might totally change the whole thing.
You know, and like you dip bread in it.
You want to know what might help is if they literally have owls.
Yeah.
Let's up it. Rainforest Cafe and
Oh,
Hooters
okay.
combined. Let's put some owls everywhere.
Yeah.
Because where else are you going to see owls?
No, yeah, just cover Hooters and owls.
Did you ever go to Hooters like as a kid? Were you ever taken to Hooters as a kid? Or did you go as an adult?
No, I think we went in college like a lot. We went to Hooters in Albany, New York. So cream of the crop.
Hit on the
Cream of the
waitresses?
crop. No. Although we did get pictures with them because it's like, I don't know.
Can we add them?
I don't know if I have any pictures with them.
I've actually never been to a Hooters, but I'm not like
There used to be one in Times Square. They got rid of it.
I don't want to not go. I
It's
would like to
fun.
go.
Honestly, it's like, it's a good vibe.
No, I imagine it's a great vibe.
It's a good vibe. Yeah. No, but I really think that the new Hooters needs to just be women that are like, hey, hi. Oh my God, did you swim with your hair? Or maybe they walk by and go, oh my God, you smell really good. And they just walk away.
Or like just like kind of look up to you from when they're writing on their pad, just kind of like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it needs to be. It needs to be like that. Cute
Wow,
girls.
my
Pick-me
husband,
girls.
like you order something, it's like my boyfriend never gets that, and I'm always telling him how good that is. Maybe that's
Yes,
it. Maybe that's it. They're all like in a relationship,
Yeah.
but they like make you feel like they're vibing with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So like for example, like, can I get a side of ranch with my fries? And they're like, I love ranch with my fries. I always am telling my boyfriend that. He thinks it's so gross, but I'm like, no, it's so good. And
Yeah.
then I say, it's just like I always pictured myself with someone who also ate ranch with their fries. And I love my boyfriend, but
I just
sometimes
feel
I'm just like,
recently we've just been so distant.
and it's like I can't share my life if I can't share my fries with ranch.
And then she like stares off and then just goes, all right, well anyway, I'll be back with your fries.
Anyways, I'll be back in. And then she comes back like, you are so funny.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
Yeah.
So it's more of like an emotional,
Yeah, they need to just kind of be this
which
tension.
is worse than the sexy outfits.
It
by
is
the way.
worse. For men's brains, it will fry them. They will fall in love with every single waitress. But it's very manipulative, but sales will skyrocket.
Sales will skyrocket. We do need to hire security though, which
Yeah.
I'm sure Hooters already has. I hope.
I think they do have security, but we're gonna need to up it.
Yeah, we're gonna
need some like long distance taser rifles.
I will say like women need more security. I watched the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader documentary. Did you watch it?
I did.
These poor
The
girls.
tracker, they put the
they don't have any security.
put the
People
tracker
are
in
like
their car, and they get
putting
paid
like
garbage.
Apple tag.
Nothing.
Justice.
Yeah.
And like they're like day jobs, like they're nurses, they're oral surgeons.
Mm-hmm.
They're like crazy jobs.
Yeah. That's right.
Justice.
Yeah, and imagine. Look, you think that's bad? Dallas Cowboys. That's a good team. They pay well. They make a lot of money.
It's a wealthy area.
How are the Jacksonville Jaguar girls doing?
Literally, yeah.
But they have guns on them while they perform.
Yeah, they
They
better.
need to be there on security.
They better.
Exactly.
They better. They should all get to wear tasers.
They should.
Which would like kind of be fun too.
Yeah. I think it's a cheerleader / bodyguard.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I mean, they're in great shape.
Yeah.
They're all in amazing shape.
That's right.
Anyways, yeah, we'd have to up the security.
I just feel like now, like a lot of younger dudes are really struggling, like with women.
Mm-hmm.
Just they're like, a lot of them are single.
What like age are we talking?
I'm talking like early 20s to like, honestly, now I think about it, pretty much at any age in your 20s, I just feel like men are just
Struggling.
they're struggling.
And you think it gets better in their 30s?
I don't even know. It's not about it getting better. I think it's about behavioral changes that they need to make. Like, I remember when I used to go out to bars, like, I kind of had like a little rules I would go by,
Okay.
you know? And my first rule is, and this is something that men do all the time, never drink yourself out of the game.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah, that's a huge. And by the way, girls do that too.
Girls do it too.
Girls do that too. Well, the problem with girls is that they should be out of the game.
That's right.
But unfortunately,
They shouldn't be in the game.
They shouldn't be in the game if they've drank in too much. But unfortunately, some men will still think they're in the game.
Women should,
although they're clearly not in the game.
Women shouldn't be in the market. The market should come to them.
Yeah.
Okay, but
it's like Shark Tank. They should be sitting in a group with their friends.
Yeah.
And the men should come in and be like, here's what I'm selling.
Themselves.
Yeah.
Hi, Sharks.
Hi, Sharks.
My name is Daniel. I'm 5'11". Whatever.
They had a buzzer.
Yeah. Immediately. No. But yeah.
They pop
How
a
would you
balloon.
feel if the Sharks, if you go up there to Shark Tank and then Mark Cuban's pitching you a business? That wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, women should not be in the game, but they are now because men are just so whatever. Their brains are fried.
Their brains are fried.
They've been vaping too much. They're zinned out.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing video games and not talking to anyone for 48 hours.
Video games will ruin your life.
They do.
I'm not a gamer, and I have Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
And when I play that game, why would I ever leave the house?
Yeah,
I
of course.
have everything I need.
And they're
right
not
here.
leaving the house. All right.
You think that that's the problem, is that they're not leaving the house?
Well, that's one part of the problem. But the ones that go out, I do feel like that, like the drinking yourself out of the game, where men, a lot of dudes like to go out and they just like to get fucked up.
I know.
And here's the thing.
But girls do too.
They do too, but no one is attracted to the drunkest guy at the bar.
Yeah.
Have you ever been attracted to the drunkest guy at the bar?
No.
You look at him and you look at him like a wildebeest. You go, we better keep a distance from that one.
Yeah.
Because that one has a large radius and I better stay out of the path.
Yeah.
You become automatically
And if
avoidable.
he comes up to talk to you, it's like a bear where you have to like,
yeah, you have to go,
like back at him.
Ah!
Yeah,
You have to
so
scare
he's
them.
more scared of you than you are of
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
You have to like clap,
Yeah.
keep them away.
Yeah.
Or you play dead.
Stay back. Stay back.
Yeah. You go easy. Or you just play dead and then they'll leave you alone.
Unfortunately, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't work with the women.
It doesn't work with the women, no. If you play dead, it's actually
worse.
it's worse. But yeah, drinking yourself out of the game is one thing. Also, though, this one I think is the best advice ever. Men, when you are out at the bar, you need to focus on you yourself having fun. You need to be having fun.
Agreed.
Because what's more attractive than someone having fun?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been somewhere and you maybe like you felt a little like kind of insecure, a little like whatever, and you see other people having fun, laughing, you know, maybe dancing, having a good time. You're like, I kind of want in on that. You know what I
and I
mean?
think like there's nothing. I do think like it's hard because sometimes like male fun is like punching a wall, throwing a dish, throwing their drink at someone else,
lighting stuff on fire.
Yeah. So like, I'm not talking about that. Okay.
No, we're talking about like.
But when you see like a group of grown men dancing to ABBA, so much joy.
Of course.
I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
They're fun. And
I want in.
They're laughing. They're not self-conscious. That's a lot of guys don't like to dance because they're very self-conscious.
No, it's so sweet.
Also, no one knows how to dance. Relax. You think anyone's good at dancing?
No.
I mean, some people are, but like really, who knows? Okay.
It's endearing.
Yeah, and also you show that you don't take yourself too seriously. So if you're at the bar and you're dancing, you can dance, you can jive, having the time.
And then here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna see that cutie pie girl.
Yeah.
You're gonna reach out your hand.
Yeah.
And you're gonna twirl her.
Yeah.
And now if she acts weird about it, she's either
Yeah. A what?
She's either a bitch.
Okay.
Or you might not be
also
attractive.
But also like another thing, like don't be afraid to get rejected.
No, do not be afraid to get rejected.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Also, it's a numbers game.
Also, like the times that I have been like, oh, sorry, whatever. I'm like, honestly, very flattered. I'm not like,
you're still
ew.
like, sorry.
No, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of like, oh,
yeah.
Me? Like, I'm not like, how dare he?
Yeah. And also, I just think like it's a numbers game. Don't get embarrassed that like you said, hey, and then people ignore you or whatever, don't want to talk to you. Whatever. You go, all right, fine. You're no fun anyway.
Agreed.
You know, you want to find people that are fun. You want to find people that match your fun.
Agreed.
Right? But I feel like too many guys, they go to the bar, they'll just stand there and they'll like look around and they'll look weird. And here's the thing. You have to look at going out as a networking event in a way. A lot of guys are trying to go for the kill. They're trying to like find a girl they can leave with or something like that.
But I feel like girls can smell that on them.
They can smell that on you.
And I don't think they like it.
They don't like that, okay?
And I also think like when you talk to people, like talk to them as if they're like friends of friends. Like always be like, hey.
Yeah. But it's a networking event, okay? Go, have a good time. Maybe you talk to someone you like. Maybe you get their number. You know, you follow them on Instagram.
Follow them
whatever,
on Instagram.
You know? But I know, like,
I would say follow them on Instagram because sometimes the number thing can be.
Yeah, that's right. Follow them on Instagram.
Yeah.
And you can track their whereabouts and what good.
Also, you'll probably get a new follower, which is great.
That's right. You always
You're growing that
be
business.
building your following.
Yeah,
if we haven't taught you anything on this podcast, always be building.
Always be building.
Yeah. But a lot of times, like I'll have friends that they just are so focused on women and not having a good time. They're just like staring, and they just look like serial killers.
That's really scary.
I've actually had a friend who does that, and women have come up to us and be like, "Is your friend okay?"
I think it's a rule of thumb when you're out.
Yeah.
Don't put your head down and look up.
No.
Maybe put your head up and look down. That's better.
That might not even be good too.
Maybe just look normal.
Yeah, maybe just like smile, but not like.
Smile with your eyes.
Smile with your eyes. That's how you do it. Have fun. Be fun. Have fun. People are attracted to fun. They are.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
all right, and do you want to do some advice for the ladies?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some advice for the ladies.
Okay.
Number 1, do not take a drink you didn't see made.
Mm-hmm.
Take your drink into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And when your drink is on the counter, put your hand over it.
Yeah. Always be guarding.
Now, the amount of people I've seen just leaving their drink while they're dancing.
Never.
Girlies.
Don't do that. You hold it. You hold it very delicately like this.
Yeah.
When you're dancing.
Well, maybe even like this.
But
take your drink into the bathroom, as gross as it is.
Yeah.
Number 2, don't be on your phone. I know that it's hard.
It is hard.
But do not get on your phone.
It's so easy to look down at your phone.
It's so easy to look down at your phone.
Yeah.
Number 3, you know what? Buy him a drink. Girl, be crazy.
Oh, okay.
Be crazy.
Buy him a drink?
Yeah, be wild.
But do you have to be assertive? Because a lot of men will be like, no, I got it.
Yeah, you'll probably be like, can I buy you a drink? And then he'll probably be like, I feel emasculated. And he'll want to buy you a drink.
Dynamics off.
But let me tell you, how many times is a girl, by the way, you're not going to have to pay for it. He will pay for it. But how many times is a girl offered to buy you a drink?
Not many times.
He'll always remember you.
That's right.
He'll always remember you.
That's right.
Give your Instagram, not your phone number.
That's right.
Because remember.
Well, I don't know. The advice for the women, I might say give phone number.
I don't know which one's safer.
Because then you got a guy that's just like looking at all your stories.
Yeah, and can probably find where you live.
That a little bit.
I am against, you know what I am against? I'm kind of against like them. Maybe this is just stranger danger, but like don't let him buy you I mean, if you like went over to his apartment, whatever, don't let him buy you an Uber home.
Really?
I love the idea of him buying you an Uber. Oh, no, here's what it is. Here's my advice.
Yeah,
Let me
don't
try
do
again.
that.
Maybe this is stranger danger.
Okay.
But if he calls you an Uber, which a gentleman should.
Okay.
Don't get it to your apartment. Get it to a block away from your apartment.
Oh, smart.
You don't want to give him out your address.
You know what's so fun about this?
Don't give him your
I give
address.
advice to guys about how to like be fun, and you're like, all right, so here are my
'Cause
tips
you
on
don't get
how
murdered.
not to get murdered.
Okay, these are the 2 games we're playing.
These are the 2 games.
I hate to tell you
I'm like,
this.
how do you attract women? You're like, women, how do you not get your throat slashed by men?
I do think that women don't have a hard what I will say, I don't think women have a hard time like attracting men, but I will say what I think I've learned is like over the years, like I've been like, well, why wasn't this person into me if they thought I was attractive?
Yeah.
And maybe this is my cross to bear.
Yeah.
But I think it's like an unwelcoming presence that unfortunately I have.
I mean, I can tell you all about that.
Put your phone down.
Yeah.
Smile with your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
One time at a house party in college, I was walking and this guy said, he was drunk and he was also like British. He was like, that girl is pretty, but she always looks so damn sad. So like, I think like, just like a vibe switch.
That girl, what do you say? That girl.
He was like, that
I was
girl's
sorry.
pretty,
I was
but she
so
always
distracted by what the hell that accent was.
That girl is so pretty, but she always looks so damn sad.
Okay, you went from British to Southern
yeah.
in a second.
And
That
it
girl-
was really
that girl's so pretty.
honestly, I'm happy he said that because it was really eye opening. Like I didn't realize that I gave that vibe off.
That you're pretty, but it's like.
And sometimes I don't care if I give that vibe off.
But
Deal with
that's
it. I
also
don't want
like-
to talk
that's
to you.
such like
I don't
an-
want to talk to you.
Yeah.
But other times, if like you do want someone to come up to you, I think some of it's like.
You know, pretty but so damn sad. It sounds like you'd be perfect for the new rebrand of Hooters.
Wait, maybe they're sad. Maybe they're sad.
They're pretty, but they're a little sad.
But you could fix them.
But you could fix them.
You could fix them.
And you can order the Fix Them platter, which comes with mozzarella sticks, wings, and your choice of sauce or something like that.
Yeah.
Fries.
Yeah, maybe you know what it is? And it would be hard. They'd have to pay the waitresses more because they would have to spend more time at each table so they could only have less tables. Maybe they just listen.
Maybe they just listen.
Maybe they just listen.
You might have to pay extra for that.
You would definitely have to pay extra because
Yeah.
they couldn't have as many tables. But maybe they just listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, the Hooters, we keep thinking of what the Hooters rebrand should be. The more we discuss it, the more I feel like we have better ideas. Hooters should just be, you go, you get food, a girl sits across from you and just listens to you. And they nod and they compliment you.
Here, let's do it. I'll be the waitress.
Okay. I'm walking in right now.
Hi, welcome to Hooters.
Hey, can I get a table for one, please?
Of course. That's totally understandable. And honestly, going to dinner by yourself is such a rock star move.
Oh, thank you.
But do you mind if I also sit at your table?
Oh, yeah, sure. That'd be nice.
What do you want to drink?
I think I'll just have a beer. Like
Drinking by yourself? You're so cool and brave. You don't need anybody.
Thanks.
Did you leave your wife at home?
Oh, no, I don't have a wife.
Oh, well, wives are like kind of a mood killer anyways. Let me go get you beer.
Thanks.
Here's your beer.
Thanks. So, anyway, do you like working here?
I do, but sometimes I just wish I felt the way I feel right now talking to you.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like, you really like get me
Yeah.
and I wish more people at work like got me like that.
Sometimes I just feel so alone.
Totally.
And work is not good.
What do you do for work?
I'm an accountant. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Thanks.
So cool and interesting.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I don't really have a lot going on in my life. I feel like I'm really boring.
That's so not true. I've been sitting here with you for 30 seconds and I literally think you're the most interesting person I've ever talked to.
Thank you.
Like, look at how cool your Lord of the Rings shirt is.
Thanks.
Like, you're
Yeah.
so cool.
I got it off my buddy has a website. He makes shirts and
That's
I bought it.
so funny and interesting.
Thanks.
No one else does that.
Thank you. Anyway, do you want to see my Lord of the Rings collector card collection?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you mind if I show you my Lord of the Rings collector card collection?
You have one?
Of course I do.
Oh my God.
I will say everyone always has like a buddy who makes shirts.
Yeah.
Like everyone has a buddy or like someone who makes shirts.
That's what we learned from that little riff.
Yeah, no,
So someone has
it's
a buddy who
true.
makes shirts.
And like they are good. They are good.
My cousin makes shirts, and I really want him to like make it more of a business. He makes really funny shirts, and if he made them, I would wear them on the podcast.
No, what
and
it
I'd
is,
put a link to them.
everyone has a buddy who makes shirts, but like doesn't do it like seriously. Like they do it seriously, but they're not like really going out there. And then there's always like a big corporation who like steals their design, and then they're like, oh man, and everyone's like, sue them,
You
really have something.
Hey, what do we say? It doesn't have to be good. It just has to exist.
It doesn't have to be good. It just has to exist.
Just do it. Anyway, Hooters. We keep going back to Hooters.
We need to actually though, like I was editing the last episode. This is the one about heaven. No more religion talk.
We really do need to cut out religion.
I would like some feedback from this podcast. You should DM the No Thanks We're Good podcast. I'm running it. The Instagram. You should DM the No Thanks We're Good Instagram. I want feedback. I'm running it.
Yeah.
So I'll hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let us know what you want to hear about. Do you want to hear about being a comedian in New York City?
Yeah. Or
Do you want to hear about my hopes and dreams?
Or my bowel movements.
You want to know? Okay, wait. Actually, I do think people find this interesting.
Okay.
Do you know, like, I have one.
Okay.
The worst joke you've ever said that bombed so hard you will never say it again.
No, okay, I have a joke I stopped doing because one time it bombed and you were there for it. It bombed so hard that but it worked before that. But
What is it? Which one is it?
Okay, so Caroline and I were doing a show out in Montauk. Big brag.
Oh, yeah.
Big
This was
brag.
a bomb.
Big brag.
So we were doing a show in Montauk. The crowd was like kind of like meh, and the
they
crowd
were okay. Honestly, I had them.
No, so the crowd was like older.
I had them in my
They were
hand.
older, like wine drunk,
Mm-hmm.
mostly women.
Yeah. Rowdy,
and
interrupting.
Rowdy, and it was hard. It's hard when you do a show at a restaurant because people are eating.
Yeah, a lot of noise, a lot of commotion, a lot of servers. It was also like not like a comedy club. It was like literally like a very long stretch.
It wasn't like the worst venue.
It wasn't, but there wasn't a real stage. It was like a fake stage, and it was very tight, and there was only. It was just like in the wing of a restaurant. You know what I mean?
It wasn't set up for success, and like
No.
the thing, and you probably like. If you listen to comedy podcasts, you probably hear comedians say this all the time, and you're probably like rolling your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But comedy is like kind of a science. Like there's certain rooms where you just kill because like it's all set up for you to kill.
Yeah, the environment can help you a lot.
Yeah, there's others that are just like so rough. And I actually saw an amazing, like a legendary comedian record their special recently. And when they recorded their special, they had the lights on, probably to like film some audience reactions. And I was feeling for her because this is like a legend I saw, but I was feeling for her because I was like, I mean, she was killing, I get, because she's a legend.
Yeah.
But it was like all the lights are on. Like this sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks for us. This sucks for you.
Environment is really
No spotlight.
impactful. No spotlight.
So Chris
There
goes
might
up.
have there was like a red light situation going on. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I kind of.
The room was like covered in red light, which is weird.
It was like rave lights.
Yeah, the lighting was bad, which can hurt you. Anyway, I go up. I'm doing well. I'm on Long Island.
You were by far doing the best.
I was doing the best up until.
So we're like 4 minutes in. We're like, God, Chris is killing. Part of it's because like these are your people.
I'm from Long Island, so I was doing a lot of riffs about Long Island.
Like when I'm in the South, I feel that way. Like I kind of feel like
know the culture.
Like I was just in Alabama this past weekend, and I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Yeah.
And sometimes it's like comedy can just be mentioning things that they know and they think you're great because they're like, oh, you know about that?
Or
you know?
it's like it's also a balance of like, when you're waitressing, this is like a thing too. Like there's certain stereotypes. Obviously, like it's bad to stereotype people, but when you're waitressing, you kind of like, oh, this type of person, this type of group. Like, oh yeah, 4 white women at brunch. Like I can assume they'll be like this.
When you were a waitress, we're getting away from the story for a second, but when you were a waitress, would you kind of play the crowd a little bit?
Yeah, but like this is what I'm trying to say. Of course, first of all, of course.
Yeah.
And there was actually one guy who would come into when I waitressed in New York, who would come in and he would like leave me $100 tips, but it's a tip share.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey guys, guess what I got?
I'm getting $25 of this.
Yeah, I'm getting $25 of this, but he would like literally hand me a $100 bill, and it's because I like played the room.
Yeah.
But I will
You were
say,
doing a Hooters.
even me being such this actually goes back to she's so pretty but she's so sad.
Yeah.
Even me being the dazzling personality I am, some people would leave me really fucking mean notes. I got a lot of notes that would
What'd they say?
would have enjoyed my meal more if she would have smiled. And like I'm never rude. And also like this is when
by the way, I've never thought about leaving any type of feedback about a waitress at all.
Also, I'm like 24 at this point. Like I'm a little bit rougher around the edges now. Like if you say something to me, I'm most likely going to be like. But back then, I was such a people pleaser. Like I would never have like said anything to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest mistake as a waitress was that I hadn't discovered stimulants yet, so I'd forget things.
Yeah.
And like I
so people order stuff and
I would spill stuff.
Oh, so you were clumsy.
I was clumsy.
So you were clumsy and you didn't get the order right.
Which is like totally fair. Like that you can be like you're about, like one time I spilled like red wine on like a maid of honor at like a like that you could.
Okay, so maybe you weren't a good waitress.
No, I wasn't a good waitress.
No, like,
but I was charming.
In a
like,
quirky way.
But I will say like
you spilled a cup of wine on a maid of honor.
Like if you talk, like here's the deal about me. I love to flirt. I'm kind of like the Hooters waitress, honestly.
We keeps going back to Hooters.
I honestly am like her.
I think we start that business tomorrow. We buy Hooters. Somehow.
I would be
or they sponsor
phenomenal
this
at
pod.
it.
If they sponsor this pod,
I would love if they sponsor the pod. We both
I'll
will wear the outfit.
I'll wear the outfit.
We'll wear the outfit every episode.
Every episode. Yeah.
I can buy a push-up bra.
Yeah, I could buy one too.
Yeah.
The big bombshells. But let's get back to the stand-up set.
One time I had
I guess
a big bombshell swimsuit I was in high school, and my mom wouldn't let me wear a bikini, and I think like I had like bought it. I think my mom knew I owned it.
Okay.
But like she didn't know like our friends had a pool, and like I would take it and wear it, and it was like Victoria's Secret, when we were younger, like the padding and the bombshell, like the bras were so heavily padded when we were younger.
Yeah.
And we've gotten away from that a little bit. Like we're kind of more natural boob, smaller boob is kind of more in style right now.
Yeah.
But
travel size boob.
Yeah, travel size.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like the padding was so big, but when we were younger, which is like so funny, because it's like crazy to be like 14
and just have humongous tits. Yeah.
So anyways, the swimsuits at Victoria's Secret, and I imagine like a lot of them still do, but they had crazy padding in them. And I was at like a pool party and one of the boys hugged me to say bye.
Yeah.
He hugged me, water. Because it was like soaked up like a sponge.
No.
It was like I was leaking.
He probably thought he milked you or
yeah,
something.
It was great. Well, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking.
Oh my God.
But anyways, keep going.
Okay, back to this.
You're bombing. We're at Montauk.
We teed up the story and people probably wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
But we want a tangent, and that's okay.
That's okay.
So okay, we're in Montauk doing a restaurant show. Crowd's a little rowdy. Not a great environment for comedy. I'm up there. I'm doing great. Doing my thing. I have this joke about this TV show that is called The Long Island Medium, which is a medium, like a psychic, his name is Teresa Caputo, and she's just like walks around. She's like, "Oh, I can talk to the dead." Hey, oh, your grandmother, did she drive a white car? She did drive a white car. Oh, she said that she knows.
Is this a cigarette?
Yeah, she says that the lasagna you're making you're not using enough onions.
She said you're not using enough onions.
Yeah.
And also, she said, get your damn hands off her vintage first.
Yeah, that'd be it. Which is, by the way, this version of the joke is the new version of it that I've been doing, which is that the Long Island Medium is basically, instead of telling their loved ones, like, it's okay, she said she didn't get to say bye, but she loves you, blah, blah, she's just relaying complaints that the dead people have to the relatives. But okay, so I'm up there. I'm doing a different version of the little riff I just did, where the joke was that the Long Island Medium would go up to people and go, "Excuse me, did your son die?" And that was the joke. Because
and it was like he did drugs, like he overdosed on.
Yeah, like, did he die? Like, so the joke there is that I would say that everyone on Long Island has a dead son. That's just kind of like, there are a lot of those.
Which seems like accurate.
It is. Here's the thing. It's accurate. So it's funny to people not from Long Island. But if you're from Long Island, unfortunately, what I just said is also true.
Yeah.
A lot of people have dead sons. It's just what happens out there. People die. Now, unfortunately, when I told that joke, normally it gets some type of laugh. It went, I can't tell you how quiet it went. You heard that.
All the people in there were like,
they were so
rowdy. Wealthy women in their like 50s. So like they're the ones with the dead sons.
And they were
like
rowdy.
Maybe the siblings would laugh.
But here's the thing. No, so like they were rowdy, but the quietness, I mean, it was almost like I pulled out a gun. It was crazy.
Huddle.
I went huddle. Yeah. So people went so quiet. It went so quiet. I usually don't address when a joke bombs. I had to address it.
It was wild.
So I do the joke, and then like
you could hear like the plate scratching.
Oh, it was bad. It was literally a record scratch moment. Crowd was silent. So I was just like, wow, all right. And then I went on the next joke, and then I like kind of recovered. I started winning them back.
It was never the way.
By the end of the set, I think I was like shooting at like a 95% hit rate. By the end, I think I was leaving around like 65.
Everything you were saying in the beginning, people were laughing.
They were laughing at everything. By the end, I felt I was going into it with an A-, A+. I left with a C-.
Girl, it was crazy.
It was tough. I kind of recovered, got out of there. As soon as I get off, the girl hosting the show goes, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. One of the women's sons in there just died like weeks ago."
Like it was so bad. People started talking above you. Like
yeah,
they were like
and
done
they were,
listening.
And she was just like, this was like their first outing since. And I was like, oh. Not that you should like if you're doing a comedy show, like you shouldn't tell everyone the gossip of everyone in the audience. But it was just one of those like bad coincidences.
It's hard because you're at a comedy show, and like it's hard too because we are comedians and we're so desensitized to comedy.
That's right.
But like, so I have like a gig coming up where they were like, nothing sexual, nothing religious, nothing sexist, and nothing racist.
Which
it's
is
like,
your entire act.
What's left for me to talk about?
Yeah. Which, by the way, go see Caroline's One Woman Show because it includes all of those things.
It includes all those things.
Yeah.
It includes all those. Well, I had one race joke that got no laugh at my One Woman Show.
Yeah, but try it again. I liked it. Try it again. I liked it.
My one joke, it was the second time I ever did stand-up. And I wasn't like really good at stand up when I started. I wouldn't say I was like good, but I will say that I really prepared. Like I wasn't someone who like I know a lot of comedians are like, "Oh, I write while I'm up there."
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I write beforehand. I try to make my set as good as possible. Sometimes I'll have a riff where I'm like adding that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really I've already written when I go up. Just because like I'm more
Yeah,
I want to prepare.
You come from an environment where there are scripts.
I also just don't want to do bad. Like I even if I'm doing bad at like a small bar or something, that might be the one time that person sees me.
That's right.
Which makes it hard to work on new material because I always want to do well because that might be the one time someone sees me.
Yeah. Which, by the way, always use the tactic of sandwiching, which is
of course
good stuff in the beginning, good stuff at the end, new stuff in the middle. Anyway.
So this is my second time doing stand-up, right?
Yeah.
And I started stand-up during COVID, so we're outside.
In a bus lane.
Yeah, we're like outside. But
Yeah.
there's a microphone.
Okay,
so it's 2020. You guys remember like what 2020 was like?
Yeah.
And I said, Monopoly doesn't really make any sense. Like, think about it. If you're just at the wrong place at the wrong time, you have to go immediately to jail. What am I? A black man in America?
A very progressive joke.
Very progressive joke.
Very progressive joke.
Very progressive joke.
And honestly, that joke should work today.
Maybe I'll try it again.
It should work today. And now what? So you did that joke and it didn't do well.
And it was my closer.
Yeah. So you did that joke. Now, the thing about doing race jokes is that if they don't do well, you basically walk off stage being like, do people think I'm racist?
Yeah.
When you're not, you're just trying to be fun, and it's like, you know.
And by the way, I don't like, I have like race jokes, but I don't like.
But also, that's the type of race joke that's like positively racist because you're acknowledging the reality.
But sometimes people just don't want you to acknowledge it.
Yeah. Now, if a black person did it, it probably would have gotten a better laugh.
But once again, like we're comedians and we're like, also just might not be funny, but we're comedians and we're like so desensitized to comedy kind of in a way. So it's like one of those things where it's like if someone's doing like sexist material, if it's funny,
that's the thing.
I don't care who it is.
Yeah, I respect anyone's. That's why I don't try to get on comedians that like do a joke that is like a lot of people are like cancel them because I'm like I respect the attempt to try to be funny. I do.
Yeah.
Now it's like like in that Olympic sport where you have to like do the pole and you run with the pole and you would vaulting or whatever. Mm-hmm. Pole vaulting. Mm-hmm. It's like that. Every time you do a joke, you're running with the pole and you try to get over the bar. Sometimes you hit the bar, okay? But it's the attempt that I think matters and that your intentions are to be funny, and not to hurt.
And I'm not saying like we should like there's so many comedians who are bad people.
Yeah.
And they're sexist.
Oh, there are
racist.
a lot of comedians that are
bad people.
Yeah.
But I am saying people are like, why are there no comedies these days? I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I think hopefully that will be changing. I hope that people are starting to realize that like comedy is a attempt, and that
it's not always great.
It's not always great. It's not always pretty.
Hey, there are skipped even on your favorite albums. You skip some songs.
There's some skips. You don't cancel Katy Perry for Circle the Drain.
Yeah, that's still an amazing album. Still like my favorite album.
Yeah, but that song would have been a perfect album, Teenage Dream, if not for Circle the Drain.
It's okay. Hey.
Remember, did we run into someone once who was like, that was my favorite Katy Perry song?
It was Emily Wilson who, oh wait, I don't know if she cares. She's an amazing artist. Go buy her art.
Yeah.
She's like our friend that was at our apartment and was like, an amazing artist. Go buy a commission.
Yeah, you said that.
Commission stuff. She's a great artist. She was like, that's literally my favorite song.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if they know what I'm talking about.
You fall asleep during foreplay because the pills you take are more your forte. An amazing line.
That is a good line.
I'm not sticking around to. I have to do my Katie impression. Yeah. To watch you go down. Anyways, updates for anything you want to talk about before we move on?
I'm probably gonna not announce yet. Maybe announce by the time this comes out. But I'm gonna be doing a headlining show in Williamsburg at the Gutter on May 2nd. I believe that's a Friday, so come see me there. I think I'm also going to go out on the road as well. Caroline's also going out on the road.
Which I think like will be announced soon, but they start in April.
Yeah, she's going all around.
April through June.
A bunch of cities. I saw some of them.
5 or 6 weekends, so it's like a bunch of cities.
I'm going to be doing stand-up in this country of ours. I want to see this country.
I know, you talk about that.
I want to go to the Redwood Forest. I want to go to Utah because I want to see the Mormons. I'm obsessed with them.
I want to go to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, that's near Utah, somewhere in that great American desert area. I want to see just the West. I want to see the West. I have Manifest Destiny in my heart right now.
I love that.
I want to go and explore.
I'm going to post a song at some time this week. I'm going to post the pre-save link for the song. I'm going to play you a little bit of it. If you guys could please pre-save it, like literally, it would mean so much. And then DM the no thanks we're good, because sometimes my personal Instagram, my DMs are flooded with sex bots.
Horny men. Oh.
No, it's sex bots. So I'm more likely to read something on the no thanks we're good
Mine are two
thing. But here we go. I'm going to play you some of my song. So if you guys could like pre-save that, it would really mean a lot.
Yeah. Nice snippet. What's the name
really
of the song?
sweet.
Do you have the name of it?
It's called Love Sing.
What's it called?
It's called Love Sing. I'm a little nervous about it.
Okay.
But please go listen to it. Please, please, please pre-save it.
Yeah.
Please, 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 please.
Please. All right. Thanks, guys.
I
Comment,
really appreciate you
like,
guys.
Subscribe. Do what you got to do.
Remember, 1,000 subscribers, one secret. 500 subscribers, we won't kill ourselves.
Yes. We did not talk about that.
Yeah, we won't kill ourselves.
We won't kill ourselves if we get 500 subscribers. So, see you next week.
Bye-bye.